What's going on YouTube? It's your boy CamATL and I am back with another DFS video. This one is for the Monday Night Showdown. We absolutely dominated Saturday and Sunday, all things football. It was amazing. The having that game after 7 o'clock p.m. Central last night was awesome. Like it was cool. It was kind of cool to sweat it all day. And then literally on the last drive, why am I blanking on? Kyler Murray throws that like 7, 8 yard pass to DeAndre Hopkins, hits Hopkins' 100-yard bonus, and boom, cash dominated. That easy. I loved it. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into this showdown for this Monday night slate. We have the Bears going against the Rams. It doesn't seem like a super exciting game, but at the end of the day, DFS is DFS. Getting money is getting money. You feel what I'm saying? Drop a like down below if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And comment whatever in the comment section as long as it's not like super hurtful to me. You know what I mean? Like something friendly. Anyways, let's go ahead and get straight into it. Starting off at captain. Now, first and foremost, the first thing I like to do is kind of predict what kind of game I'm expecting here. All right? With the game being in Los Angeles, I'm expecting the Rams to get up early and Chicago to be playing from behind most of the game. So, I am initially gut reaction to the slate. Obviously, I'll spend all day on it. By the way, if you want to join us, if you weren't with us for week 7 for some odd reason, maybe you just can't hear or didn't go on YouTube and watch any videos or have been like under a rock for half this football season and don't know that Greenlight DFS is like the place to be, then you can do so for week 8 coming up. And you can go ahead and go to greenlightdfs.com, join week 8 and get this Monday night. All right? So, the game flow I'm expecting here is Chicago to be playing catch up. And with that being said, initially I want 4 Chicago players, 2 Rams. I want to go a 4-2 here. And the way that I'm loving the most, okay, is I'm starting captain with a Chicago player. All right, that's the way that I'm leaning the most. Now, first and foremost, we got to talk about Allen Robinson. Allen Robinson has been one of the highest targeted receivers in all of the league. All right, and he has been absolutely smashing the last 4 weeks. Last week he only got 10 against Carolina, but it's not because of a lack of targets. He still got 9 targets, but he only caught 5 for 53 yards. 13 targets, 10 targets, 16 targets. Week 3, week 4, and week 5. All right, the dude gets targeted a ton. All right, he has not had a game where he got targeted less than 9 times this season. Deebo Samuel just went off for 18 against this Rams team, which is not a huge, like, slate-breaking number. But if Deebo Samuel can do it, Allen Robinson can do it. And at the end of the day, Chicago playing from behind, I love Allen Robinson a ton here. Now, it's a very tough decision here, though, because you got Allen Robinson at 15. And then you've got David Montgomery, another guy that I have interest in, that's 12-6. All right, when it comes between Nick Foles and Robinson, I like Robinson because on DK you're playing full point PPR. I'm just more interested in Robinson. And Nick Foles could have a tough time with Donald. You know what I mean? Like he could, you know. Anyways, but Allen Robinson's in a great spot playing catch up and when I'm considering a catch up game. David Montgomery. Now, here's the deal. All right, my initial gut leans Montgomery solely on the difference of this price at captain. All right, it's over a $2,000. What is that? 2,400. I'm not a math professional, but that's about $2,400 difference going David Montgomery instead of Robinson. Now, Montgomery hasn't been a slouch when it comes to targets either. All right, his production, he hasn't gotten less than 7 DraftKings points all season. The last 3 games, 6 targets, 8 targets, 5 targets, and he's been catching those targets. Plus, he gets over 10 carries per game. Now, the Rams are solid between the tackles when it comes against running backs. But in a playing from behind game, expect David Montgomery to get one of those higher level target shares, like 6 to 8 targets here in this one. And this could be a great game for David Montgomery. This could definitely be a solid game for him. All right, this is a Rams defense that gave up over 21 to Miles Sanders. All right, once again, that's not a slate-breaking number because this Rams defense is not horrible. Okay, but at the end of the day, the game script is screaming Chicago guys playing run back. And David Montgomery, $2,400 less than Allen Robinson. I'm going to say him as captain. But honestly, if you don't have to save the money, Allen Robinson is fantastic as well. All right, plain and simple. Now, another guy from Chicago I want to talk about is Jimmy Graham. Jimmy Graham is 7-2. Now, here's the thing. When it comes to all positions to attack the Rams with, wide receivers they've done okay against. Running backs they've done okay against. But tight ends? Tight end is where they've struggled a bit, giving up almost 27 to George Kittle, gave over 18 to Tyler Kroft. Now, this is a rejuvenated Jimmy Graham. This is kind of a Jimmy Graham that we remember back when he played for Green Bay with Aaron Rodgers. All right? He doesn't, like, he's been getting okay targets, 5 targets, 5 targets, 8 targets the last 3 games, and then 10 targets against Atlanta week 3, where he got 2 touchdowns, 10 targets, 6 receptions, 60 yards. All right? Now, playing from behind in a game against the Rams, who have struggled against tight end, I'm expecting Jimmy Graham to take full advantage here, and he has been solid. 24 against Atlanta, 7 against the Colts, which isn't great, 12, 8. He's just been consistent. All right, and at the end of the day, at his price at 7-2, I'm thinking Jimmy Graham could possibly end up being one of the higher scoring guys, top 3 scoring guys on this slate, and at 7-2, I'll definitely take some Jimmy Graham. Now, obviously, we're going to want a Ram, okay, and you guys know I like to put 3 core guys in here, and then we'll kind of talk about everybody else. The Ram player that I'm wanting to get some exposure to is probably going to be Cooper Kupp, okay? At the end of the day, Cooper Kupp is 9-2. This is a PPR on DraftKings. This is PPR. All right, and Cooper Kupp just always gets the targets. Plain and simple, he's going to get you 8 to 10 targets here in this matchup. Okay, plain and simple, and they're going to get up. You know why they're going to be up? They're going to be up because they're going to get a touchdown to Cooper Kupp here. All right, you can go Cooper Kupp. I completely understand going Darrell Henderson Jr. because of the game script, expecting that, Darrell Henderson could have a hand in getting up. The problem is they do have Cam Akers back there at running back. Who was that other guy that shined? Malcolm Brown they also have back there that takes away a little bit, okay? That takes a little bit away from Darrell Henderson. Cooper Kupp, at the end of the day, I know I'm going to get 8 to 10 targets from. This is full point PPR on DraftKings. Cooper Kupp's the guy I want to run it back on. I like both quarterbacks, don't get me wrong. I prioritize the pass catchers. On top of Cooper Kupp, you can also go Robert Woods. When it comes to consistency this season, Robert Woods has been a staple of that. He hasn't gotten less than 9 DraftKings points all season. And now he has an okay matchup against Chicago where, like I said, they're going to get up somehow. All right, whether it be Tyler Higbee, whether it be Cooper Kupp, whether it be Robert Woods, they're going to get up somehow. Okay? And at the end of the day, it's just about predicting who's going to be part of that getting up. Okay? And it's going to be Robert Woods or Cooper Kupp, plain and simple. You could go either one of those guys. You can go both of them if you decide. It does not matter. When it comes to value, I'm looking at Chicago value on this slate, all right? So I'm looking at Mooney, all right? Darnell Mooney. Mooney is a guy that's gotten 5 or more targets in the last 4 games straight, including 9 targets against the Colts week 4. So he's been getting some targets from Foles, all right? So Darnell Mooney is only 4-4. He's very solid value as well. There was another guy that I wanted to talk to you guys about that I liked as a value play this week. Let me see if I can find him. Anthony Miller. Anthony Miller is 2-2. He's another guy that we can use as value here. All right? He is another guy. He doesn't get a ton of targets, but he should get you about 3 to 5 targets here in this matchup, playing catch-up against the Rams. It's a solid situation because you got to expect Jalen Ramsey to probably be on Allen Robinson. Now, Ramsey's a solid cornerback. He could do a solid job against Allen Robinson, which is another reason to probably like David Montgomery at captain. All right? Love Allen Robinson this week, but it is a tough matchup that he's going to be going against Jalen Ramsey, sorry. All right, so at the end of the day, Jalen Ramsey is probably going to do a solid job against Allen Robinson and could end up leaving guys like Anthony Miller, Darnell Mooney, and Jimmy Graham to have big games. I would not be surprised to see that happen. I wouldn't be surprised to see Allen Robinson be an extremely high on play on this showdown and him end up being held somewhat in check by Jalen Ramsey. Somewhat. Jalen Ramsey isn't the Jalen Ramsey that this is Jalen Ramsey that gave up over 18 to Deebo Samuel still. You know what I'm saying? But Ramsey did a great job against McLaurin week 5. He did a great job against Deshaun Jackson week 2. But this is Allen Robinson. This dude gets targeted so much that he's going to get some okay points, but is he going to kill you not spending that money? And that's what it comes down to. All right. But I am expecting, with that said, with Ramsey most likely shadowing Robinson, I'm loving David Montgomery, Jimmy Graham, Anthony Miller, and Darnell Mooney from Chicago to really step up here. All right? And that's it. So my game plan is probably 4 Chicago, 2 Rams. I normally love to stack the most out of the team that I'm expecting to be behind and playing catch up. Because it's full point PPR, that's the way I would prioritize it. I like David Montgomery at captain. I think he's just a little bit too much cheaper than Allen Robinson. I mean, Allen Robinson being 2,400 more, that's just a big chunk, where Montgomery's been getting targets in the pass game as well. All right. Thank you guys for joining me. Good luck tonight. Greenlightdfs.com to join week 8 early. Get this Monday night. Let's get this money. I'm out.